What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? This is another episode of Cooking It Up with Chef Humble Creations. Today we're gonna try a classic, and that is baked chicken. We're gonna bake the chicken, but it's not just your classic. It's a classic with a twist. I'm gonna be adding some different ingredients in it, and it's gonna be served on a jasmine bed of rice. And we're gonna kick off the show and start. So let's get to it. Alright guys, I'm going to do a voiceover today. I didn't have any help on this video, so that's why you see half of my face is out of the picture. So we're going to get started right here. I'm going to do a voiceover, and right now I'm chopping up the bell peppers, cutting that up real quick, and just roughly chopping the bell peppers. On here, you don't have to dice them up like I did. I was just, sometimes when you're in the flow, you just start cutting and keep cutting. But really, you could just do them long ways, like leave them long ways like that, and you don't have to dice them up. But yeah, I'm cutting up 2 bell peppers, and then I'm gonna start on the onions. And I'm gonna fast forward to keep it moving along. Alright, so I got my bell peppers all diced up and chopped. I go to the stove and turn on the heat, turn it up to medium heat, get it ready for the chicken to saute it, brown it up, get the skin nice and crispy. Now I'm chopping up the onions. With the onions, I just did a roughly julienne chop. Yeah, and the funny thing about onions, I used to hate onions growing up. I used to take them off of everything. Pizza, off my burgers. I could not stand onions. But it's funny how your taste buds change when you become older. Because now, I love me some onions. I love any kind of onions. Green onions, yellow onions, red onions, sweet onions, sautéed onions, caramelized onions, onion rings. I sound like Bubba from Forrest Gump. Shrimp boat, shrimp cocktail, shrimp soup, shrimp stew. But yeah, so I did a roughly chop on the onions. After that, I believe I started to do the browning of the chicken. first I got some updates and announcements to make. I am starting my new merch line, so be prepared to see some new shirts coming out. I got shirts that says Chef Humble Creations. I have shirts that says Chef Beast, that just Jamaican vibes, Caribbean vibes. They're real nice shirts and hoodies. And also I'm gonna start doing like kitchenware with my logo and stuff on it as well. So stay tuned for that. And back to the show. So you see here, guys, I got the chicken all laid out, ready to go into the frying pan. I add a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Get that olive oil nice and hot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken thighs. I use chicken thighs and boneless chicken thighs for this dish because I like chicken thighs. Sometimes I use legs for this dish as well. When I bake chicken, I don't really use chicken breast because it dries out easily. The only time when I use chicken breast to bake chicken or roast a chicken is when I take a whole chicken and I roast it in the oven or bake it in the oven. That's when I cook, have the breasts all cooked and stuff. But yeah, legs and thighs are the way to go for a nice good baked chicken. You see here I'm seasoning it up with salt and pepper, and also I season it up with my blend seasoning, and that was paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, oregano, dry oregano, and dry basil as well. So you see here I'm seasoning up a nice delicious chicken here. After I season it up, I'm gonna put it in the frying pan, and I'm putting the skin face down so I could get that skin nice and brown and crispy. And I'm not gonna cook it that long. I'm gonna cook it about a little bit of halfway. You see there that I'm placing the chicken right in the frying pan. And yeah, I'm just gonna crisp up the skin of the chicken, get it nice and brown. And after that, I'm gonna take the chicken out and place it in the pan. And you see over here, I got my rice already ready to go. It's Jasmine rice, and I got it in the rice cooker. And I sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder in there. And I love using this stuff. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's sazón seasoning. I hope that pronounced right. But sazón. Yeah, I use that with my rice. Usually I use 2 packets. With rice, it's always 2-to-1. So 2 cups of rice to 1 cup of water. And I got that all ready to go. I go back over and I check on my chicken. It's nice and sizzling and crisping up, getting nice and sautéed. A nice brownish color. And you don't want to cook it for too long on the stove because it's going to go finish right into the oven. So as I got the remaining chicken all sauteed and getting crisped up and ready to finish in the oven, I want to take my pan and deglaze it. Get all that yummy goodness that's stuck to the pan and deglaze it with some water. Almost making like a broth. And we're going to use that and dump it right over the chicken that we just sauteed. So we're not wasting anything, because all that flavor is right in that broth, and you just pour it over that chicken. So now we're just gonna dress up our chicken. We got the onions and the bell peppers. We're gonna put it right there over the chicken. We got a big pan and a small pan. I usually make enough food for the week, so I could just take to work over the week. And now I put some fresh diced garlic on there on both pans. And I got some butter right there, and I got diced tomatoes. So the diced tomatoes is my little twist on it. I love using diced tomatoes for my baked chicken. It brings a different flavor. It brings a sweetness and also a little tardiness to it. When it bakes in it, it just brings the whole dish together. And of course, I love me some butter. Love bringing that fatness. And I use, if y'all watched my other video with the fresh pasta, chicken Alfredo, I took the rest of the sun-dried tomatoes and add that into the baked chicken. So that brought a whole different flavor to the dish. And adding that butter just brings that fattiness, that creaminess to the dish. Oh, it's already looking good, and I haven't even baked it yet. It hasn't even cooked all the way. Jordan in the camera. So now it's ready to go in the oven. Try to get all the flavors all in and mix. So as I got all the ingredients in, I stick it in the oven for about 385 for about an hour, and it's baking and baking. I checked it, it's looking so good and delicious. You want the oven at least 375, 380. That's what I have it on usually. Got my rice all cooked, nice and fluffy, looking good. And here we go, the end result of the baked chicken. That just looks delicious. I'm ready to dive in right now. So now we're gonna plate it. Get the nice fluffy yellow, orange jasmine rice. I don't know why my mouth is watering, but it's watering right now. And So got that on the plate, season it up with salt and pepper. And then we're gonna go over and grab our chicken thighs, our nice juicy baked, sautéed, then baked chicken. Got the bell peppers and onions and tomatoes. That looks good. Grab another chicken thigh. Look at all that juice. Ooh-wee! Looks good. Then you want to grab a little bit juice and just drizzle that right on top of the rice and chicken. And there you have it, the end result. Baked chicken with a little different flavor on it. That has been another episode of Cooking It Up with Chef Humble Creation. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. One love.